else. And I've been professionally in the market since the late 80s. Look, I know, I'm going to take a step back here for a second, John. I know what you and the people at home must be thinking, right? You see these returns, 7,000%, 13,000%, 28,000%. And it's easy to fall into a trap. And I'm going to tell you what this trap is, John. I guarantee you're thinking it. I'm too late. I missed out.
Right. That's right.
John, I got to tell you, and everybody watching tonight, you could not be further from the truth. John, when I recommended Bitcoin in 2016, it went from $428 to $20,000. And you know what people said? That's it, Tawari. The party's over. We're too late. But then Bitcoin shot up to $40,000. And this year, Bitcoin set a new all-time high at $64,000. They said the same thing in 2019 when I recommended another lesser-known crypto trading for just 85 cents. John, I cannot tell you the abuse I took for recommending this. It shot up as high as $19 in a little over a year. That's a 2,135% gain. Now, again, people said, party's over. No more money to be made here. Time to go home. Do you know what happens next?
Yep, they missed out, didn't they?
Big time. Because this tiny 85-cent crypto soared from 19 to as high as $52.88.
It's almost, I don't know how to say it, it's almost painful to see it all laid out like this. I mean, had I been following your advice, Tika, I could have gotten in for just 85 cents and watched it soar over 6,000%. That's 60 times my money.
Right, 60 times your money in 2 years. Now imagine you missed out because you think it went up too much. I remember feeling that about Microsoft in the 90s, and I still regret it. It still eats away at me. Do you know what it's like to live your whole life knowing you could have turned $500 into 31,000 and you didn't?
You know, I know for me personally, I get it. It would haunt me forever. The whole thing is amazing.
Friends, I want to be very, very clear with you. I absolutely cannot guarantee that this will happen again. No one can. What I can tell you, though, is this. When it comes to Bitcoin, we see this situation play out every 4 years like clockwork. And that means the next opportunity in Bitcoin to profit from its supply cut won't happen until 2024.
See, that's a big statement because, I mean, think about that. That is 3 years away.
Right, so that's the bad news. But here's the good news. The crypto I'm recommending today isn't cutting its new supply by half. It's cutting its new supply by as much as 90%. And why does that matter? I want you to think about Bitcoin for a second. We would have to wait 16 years for Bitcoin to make a similar cut in its new supply versus this coin.
So what you're saying is that this is like 16 years of Bitcoin halvings happening right now.
Exactly. And it only happens one time. That's it. It's because it's hardwired into the code. And you know, you look through the code and you can see, are there any other instances where this takes place? And the answer is no. So the available supply of this crypto has been cut by $1 billion in less than 60 days already. But once the final countdown hits, it could shrink by as much as $5 billion every year. Now, the average gain for the two most recent Bitcoin halvings has been, get this, John, 5,071%. That's 50 times your money. Now, based on the number of institutions, smart money, and hedge funds that have already started to rotate from Bitcoin into the smaller coin, what does it tell me? It tells me they expect this smaller coin to vastly outperform Bitcoin, because if they didn't, they would have stayed in Bitcoin.
I promised everyone on this broadcast that I would hold your feet to the fire. So I think I speak for everyone when I say, what is the name? What is your number one final countdown recommendation to buy today?
John, for you and for everyone watching at home, if you're just getting into crypto for the first time, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. Please write this down. My number one crypto recommendation today is called Ethereum. And I'm going to spell that for you. Ethereum. It's pronounced Ethereum. If you only buy one crypto today, this is the one I recommend. Remember, I've identified 7 billionaires who've been in a literal buying frenzy for Ethereum. But right now, even though Ethereum has gone up, it's still cheap. Cheap. But I don't expect that to be the case for long. In 2021, we've seen it grow 4 times faster than Bitcoin. And over the next decade, it could become one of, if not the most valuable asset in the world. I'm talking about one single crypto being more valuable than Facebook, more valuable than Amazon, more valuable than Apple, more valuable than Microsoft, and more valuable than Google. And the final countdown event will be critical in making this happen. And soon, you will see the available Ethereum supply cut by as much as 90%. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm pounding the table now.
Boy, that sure gets your attention. Okay. So let's say that I'm ready to get started. Okay, what's the game plan here?
Well, I have a 3-step plan of attack. So step 1, you want to buy Ethereum as soon as possible, because if you wait until after the supply cut, I've already shown you, I believe you could see your potential profits just get slashed in half or more.
Okay, that's step 1. Buy Ethereum as soon as possible. What's next?
Now, just like with the Bitcoin supply cut, it's the smaller cryptos connected to Bitcoin that exploded even higher. Those were the things that went up 5x, 10x, 20x, even 50 times higher. I believe we will see the same storyline play out with Ethereum's final countdown. What that means is that these smaller coins will outperform Ethereum. And through my dedicated research, I've discovered the next 2 best tiny crypto plays to get into right now. Now, I put their names and ticker symbols in a special report. It's called the Final Countdown Buy List. 2 tiny cryptos to own now. And in this report, I named these 2 tiny cryptos that I believe are poised for exponential growth as we approach the final countdown. Now, the first crypto is backed by some of the largest players in both the crypto world and the traditional finance world. So I'm talking about people that include Coinbase, Bain Capital, Mark Andreessen of Andreessen Horowitz. And once the final countdown hits, my conservative analysis says we could expect this small crypto to soar 800% or more. Again, if you want to capture the biggest possible gains, it's critical you get positioned now, immediately. As for my second crypto recommendation, it's tiny. It trades for just over $1. But the potential upside for this tiny coin is so big, it's almost unimaginable for most people. I'm not talking about a double or a triple. According to my research, this coin could soar exponentially. 5x, 10x, maybe even 50 times higher in the near future.
You know, we're throwing around a lot of numbers, but that is, let's admit it, that's a bold prediction, because you're talking about potentially turning $500 into as much as $25,000 or more.
Correct. But John, I want to make sure that I'm clear with you and I'm clear with everybody watching. Can I guarantee that? No. No one can. Just the same way I couldn't guarantee Bitcoin was going to go higher back in 2016. What I have done to be so successful in this space over the last 6 years, it's very simple. I've just followed my research to its logical conclusion. In any other market, this type of gain would be impossible. But in rare cases like this, when you catch a massive tech trend early and the wind is at your back, John, the impossible becomes possible.
Wow.
And what I'm asking you to do today is to follow my research just to its logical conclusion. I'm not going to go into the biomechanics of how these things work, because you don't need to know them. All you need to know is supply and demand. All you need to ask yourself is, does this make sense? Am I willing to take action and put up a small amount of money for this kind of potential reward? Because just $500 into this tiny crypto today could be worth $50,000 or more over the next few years. Now, if your answer is yes, you'll find everything you need in this report.
There's one more question you could always ask yourself. Has anybody done research on this? And if anybody's done research, it's you. Now, everyone watching at home, I want you to hear this. Tika has promised everyone watching we'll have a chance to get his new special report, the Final Countdown Buy List. 2 tiny cryptos to own now. You get that for free. Inside, you'll find the names and ticker symbols of 2 small crypto plays that could explode as the Final Countdown event unfolds. Okay, Tika, take it away. What's step number 3?
Well, John, just like the internet, cryptocurrency and the technology behind it, they're going to transform businesses everywhere. I'm talking about the legal industry, the healthcare industry, banking especially, real estate. There will be no industry that's untouched. Now, when most people think about big internet winners, their thinking immediately goes to companies like Amazon, Google, and Facebook.
That's right.
But for every Amazon, there's a kind of, I call them behind the scenes companies that actually made a lot more money. So take Cisco, for example. It may not be a household name anymore the way that Amazon or Facebook is, but the routers it manufactured helped connect people and companies around the globe. I will tell you this, unequivocally, without Cisco's technology, there would not have been an internet boom, period. That's why Cisco shares returned an amazing 67,491%. That was 15 times better than Amazon. And
That's
it wasn't
amazing.
It is amazing, but it wasn't the only one. I want to share another one with you. Qualcomm. Most people now have heard of Qualcomm. 15, 20 years ago, they had no idea who Qualcomm was because they were a behind-the-scenes company. Its technology, though, was critical for making sure our cell phones work by connecting them to cell networks. And it handed investors a return of more than 10,000% over the 1990s. And JDS Uniphase, a critical telecom supplier, well, they shot up 28,894%.
Yeah, I think I'm getting your point. I really do. So what you're saying is, rather than focus exclusively on the crypto coins alone, you can also make incredible gains by investing in the picks and shovels plays. In other words, the ones that the environment, the plays that help new tech gain traction.
Exactly. And today, we're following this exact same game plan. We're buying the behind-the-scenes projects and companies that are laying the groundwork, the infrastructure for crypto to go mainstream. Through my research, I've discovered 4 picks that are playing a critical role and taking crypto to the next level. I put their names in a second special report. It's called the Final Countdown, Ultimate Backdoor Profit Plays. Now, the first pick has positioned itself as the first globally recognized exchange for crypto and blockchain assets. Think about that, John. The CEO behind this venture has been called a prolific wealth creator. I'm hoping they'll put that on my tombstone when I pass.
Someday.
And get this, the Securities and Exchange Commission even granted this company approval on the most profitable form of blockchain trading. So what does that tell me? It tells me that they will get a cut every time someone buys, sells, or trades through their platform. They're a toll taker. It's as sure a path to profits as I've ever seen. Just take a look at how similar exchange stocks have performed. The TMX Group, which runs the Toronto Stock Exchange and the Venture Exchange, well, it went up 1,298%. NASDAQ, their stock, soared 1,732%, while the London Exchange Group soared 2,497%, and CME Group, one of the world's biggest derivative exchanges, rose 1,500%. As you can see, these exchange stocks can be explosive. And I expect this one play alone could soar exponentially. And again, it's already been approved by the SEC. It's a huge competitive advantage. They're not waiting for the paperwork. And the bottom line is major investment firms can't get enough of this stock. Firms like Vanguard, BlackRock, Renaissance Technologies are picking up shares in this firm already, which is why I believe this will be one of the best crypto stocks to buy as crypto goes mainstream. Now, my second play might be an even bigger winner. Right now, they're positioning themselves to be a critical company, helping companies step into the crypto market. And they've already inked major long-term partnerships with Amazon, Google, IBM, and Microsoft. As we speak, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, what are they doing? They're all scooping up shares of this company. That's why I suggest you take a position immediately. And I put their names in a second special report. It's called The Final Countdown, Ultimate Backdoor Profit Plays. And John, I have two more additional bonus recommendations I've added to this report, but you're going to have to check it out to get their names.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there. Let's say I'm convinced. I'm ready to buy Ethereum and go all in on the smaller plays that you're recommending. How do I get my hands on these two special reports to get started?
Well, John, as a thank you for everyone taking the time to be here today, I'm going to give both of these reports, the names of the tickers and the cryptos, everything, for free. But I am going to ask for something in return. I ask that you consider my monthly research service, the Palm Beach Letter. I can offer it to you at zero risk for your subscription, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. The Palm Beach Letter is my monthly research service where I share my insights and trade recommendations. And today, I'd like to invite you, everyone at home, to try it out for the next 60 days with zero risk. And when you do, I'll immediately send you those two special reports. Again, absolutely free.
That sounds great. I mean, as I understand it, the Palm Beach Letter is your flagship research service. So can you open that up? Tell us a little bit about how that works.
Absolutely. John, I've been following the crypto space since 2016. I've traveled to over a dozen countries, attended invitation-only meetings with some of the most influential people in the crypto industry. Now, people like the co-creator of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, billionaire investor Mike Novogratz, and Cardano creator Charles Hoskinson. And over the past 6 years, I've developed a knack for spotting some of the smallest, most explosive new crypto projects while they are still small, before they shoot up 10x, 20x, or even 50x higher. That's why my average return is 281% per year. John, that's 4 times better than the greatest investing minds of our time, Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, and Carl Icahn combined. And that's no cherry picking from the track record. That's the actual track record for every Palm Beach Letter recommendation across up markets, down markets, and flat markets. Now, to my knowledge, and I might be wrong, but to my knowledge, there is not a single hedge fund manager, newsletter writer, institution, or family office manager in the world that can boast a similar public track record. And the Palm Beach Letter, most importantly, is where I share many of my most explosive recommendations. And as a member, you receive a brand new recommendation every single month. So you essentially get to look over my shoulder and you get to see my own model crypto portfolio. So you know exactly what to buy, when to sell, as well as my recommended buy ranges and price forecasts. Plus, you'll have my 3 decades of Wall Street experience and years of crypto knowledge to help you spot and potentially profit from the best opportunities in the market. Now, not just in crypto, but in any financial market. We see an opportunity in tech stocks, precious metals, pre-IPO investing. I'm going to tell you about it. And like I said, if you've never purchased crypto before but want to get started, Palm Beach Letter is perfect for you. Every member of the Palm Beach Letter gets full access to my crypto master course. It's a 6-part video series that includes easy to watch tutorials on how to set up a crypto account, how to fund a crypto account, how to protect your cryptocurrency, as well as a brief history of cryptocurrency. This video series is designed to take you from an absolute crypto beginner. Like I designed it with one of my grandmothers in mind, to take an absolute crypto beginner to crypto ready, like that. Very, very easy to understand videos.
I don't know what else anybody could ask for, to be honest with you. It sounds incredible. And it's clear you and your team put a lot of hard work into making the Palm Beach Letter one of the most valuable and successful research newsletters on the planet. In fact, readers of the Palm Beach Letter had the chance to profit from some of your most explosive recommendations yet. Now, you call this a knack? I say it's a talent based on a lot of research. We're talking about 1,010%, 1,364%, 1,894%, 1,674%, 17,173%. You know, Tika, just one look at your track record, and it's clear you've earned your title as the #1 most trusted crypto expert. And I think a very important word there is trusted. When it comes to crypto, it's important that the person that you're dealing with is trusted. Do you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. That's why I was so blown away when 130,000 people that I didn't know, never met, didn't even know they knew about me, voted me as the world's most trusted source of crypto information. It was very humbling.
It's the kind of thing that helps you move forward. And by the way, we reached out to some of your readers to see what they had to say about the Palm Beach Letter. Michelle O says, I'm a first-time investor and can't tell you how sweet this ride has been. Your crypto plays have grown my savings from $20,000 into $135,000 in just 3 months. Like the majority of America, I was gradually slipping from the middle class due to the economy. Retirement was a huge worry and did not believe that it would be possible. However, with gains like this, I am confident it will. J.A. is just thrilled to have you as a guide to the crypto markets, saying, Tika has been brilliant at explaining the various investments in layman's terms and holding our hands through the downturns so that we weather the storms virtually worry-free. I can't thank Tika enough for his life-changing guidance. I can now look forward to a secure retirement. And Mark R. agrees. You're helping him have a real second chance to catch up. I'm a 60-year-old business owner, and 2 years ago, I made Palm Beach Research Group my place to get educated about investing. Without your education and industry connections, I doubt that 1 out of 1,000 people could handle doing cryptocurrencies. You even educated me on how to emotionally handle the volatility that comes with emerging technologies like blockchain. I felt like my chance to recover the opportunities I saw and missed in the 80s and 90s. Wow, Tika, I gotta say, that's gotta feel pretty good, doesn't it, when you hear things like that?
It's humbling. It's a dream come true that I'm able to impact people's lives like that.
Well, say I want to join, okay? How do I become a member?
Well, hang on just 1 minute, John. Before we get to that, I have one more special bonus report I put together for everyone watching. I call it the Bitcoin Boost. How to supercharge your crypto gains with the 1170 account. Now, this report is incredible. In this report, I show you how you can potentially make more money from crypto holdings, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many more, without ever investing another penny. Even if the price stays flat, you can actually make more money. So this is one of the best and easiest ways to maximize your crypto profit potential. So what's great about this is whether you're brand new to crypto, or you already have a small portfolio, or if you're, an amazing day trader, you're still definitely going to want to check this report out. I put everything you need to know in this bonus report, which again, I'll give to you for free when you join the Palm Beach Letter today.
All right, Tika, it sounds like you've, as usual, done all the hard work for us. For anyone looking to get started with crypto or to level up their crypto portfolio, you now have an amazing opportunity to join Tika Tiwari, voted the #1 most trusted crypto expert, and you can do this today. So just to recap, because I know it's a lot, here's everything you get when you accept this risk-free subscription to Tika Tiwari's Palm Beach letter today. You get 12 months of Tika's best investment ideas. Every month, you'll get a brand new issue of the Palm Beach letter with Tika's latest recommendations and market insights. You get the final countdown buy list, 2 tiny cryptos to own now. Bonus report #1, the final countdown, ultimate backdoor profit plays. Bonus report #2, the Bitcoin boost, how to supercharge your crypto gains with the 1170 account. Tika Tiwari's 6-part crypto masterclass video series, and access to Tika's full model portfolio, where you can see all of his current open recommendations, buy up to prices, and a whole lot more. Now, of course, all investments carry risk, and the cryptocurrency market is volatile. Please do not invest more than you are willing to lose. Since 2016, the average return for the Palm Beach letter was 281%. So, Tika, how much does a 1-year subscription go for?
Well, John, normally, if we weren't, you and I speaking like this, it's normally $199 for 1 year. But right now, because of the, time is really of the essence here. And so what we're doing is we're removing this obstacle of price. So we're offering a very limited special introductory offer for new members. Today, you and anyone at home can become a new member of the Palm Beach letter for just $49. That's a $150 discount, and it will give you full access to everything that we have covered so far.
Okay, so a full year of access to your best ideas. Now that works out to about 13 cents a day. That is an incredible offer. And the best part is, you don't have to be wealthy to take advantage of Tika's offer. As you've seen today, with just a few $100 spread across the right cryptos at the right time, we could add up to massive gains. Bottom line, for anyone watching, when you choose to accept Tika's offer, it could be one of the smartest and easiest financial decisions you ever make. Am I right, Tika?
I believe so. And I also want to point out, if you're not satisfied with my research in any way, you won't owe me a penny. You can try out the research risk-free. You can get all the reports, and then you can decide later if it's right for you. And if you say, you know what, it's not right for me, we'll refund you 100% of your money within 60 days. No questions asked, and we'll simply part as friends. What's very important, John, I want everybody to understand, is we have a US-based customer support team. When somebody calls in for support, their call is